Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why am I never enough? No matter how much you do, how hard you try, how many compliments you receive, there's always this quiet voice whispering, you could have done better. You should have done more. You're not there yet. But what if I told you that voice isn't really you? And what if it's been lying to you all along? Stay with me until the very end of this video, because I promise you, you will see yourself with new eyes. And it might just change the way you live your life. Also, if you find this message resonates with you, please take a moment to subscribe, because this channel is dedicated to helping people like you break free from the lies you've been told. And finally feel whole again. The quiet truth, we're not born feeling not enough. You weren't born feeling like this. You didn't come into this world doubting your worth. As a child, you didn't question if you were lovable, or compare your laugh, your body, your dreams to someone else's. You just existed, freely, boldly, with wonder. So what happened? Somewhere along the way, someone planted a seed. Maybe it was a parent who only praised your achievements, not your efforts. A teacher who said, you should have known better. A classmate who made you feel invisible. Or society, constantly reminding you of who you should be, instead of celebrating who you already are. Little by little, you started measuring yourself by what you lacked. Not by your courage. Not your resilience. But by what you failed to reach. And over time, this became your inner story, I'm not enough. But here's the truth no one told you, that belief was never yours. It was borrowed. Inherited. Imposed. And it's time to give it back. The comparison trap, a game you'll never win. Every time you scroll through social media, you're not just seeing photos or achievements, you're seeing curated perfection. She just bought a new house. He's traveling the world. They're in love. They're successful. They're smiling. And here you are. In your pajamas, with doubt creeping in like a slow fog, why don't I have that? Am I falling behind? What's wrong with me? You start to believe you're broken, because your journey doesn't look like theirs. But what if you're comparing your raw behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel? What if the person you envy is battling demons you'll never see? What if their smile hides sadness? Their success, sleepless nights? Comparison is a thief. It doesn't just steal your joy, it distorts your vision. You stop seeing your own growth, your small wins, your resilience. You only see what you're missing. But here's what matters, your path is not a race. It's a rhythm. And when you stop dancing to someone else's beat, you can finally hear your own music. The inner critic, rewriting the narrative. There's a voice in your head. You know the one. It whispers when you're about to try something new, you're not smart enough. You'll fail again. Who do you think you are? This voice isn't random. It was shaped by moments, a childhood comment, a failure, a heartbreak, a time you were laughed at when you dared to believe in yourself. And over time, you believed it. You let that voice become the narrator of your story. But what if that narrator is unreliable? What if those words aren't the truth, just echoes of old pain? Imagine this, you pick up a book with a harsh narrator who criticizes the hero on every page. Would you believe the hero was truly worthless? Or would you question the voice? You are the hero of your story. And it's time to fire the critic. Hire a new narrator, one who sees your potential, one who acknowledges your struggles but believes in your comeback. Start rewriting the script. From, I'm a failure. To, I'm learning. From, I'm not enough. To, I am evolving, and that's powerful. Your mind is a garden. What you plant, grows. Plant poison, doubt, fear, shame, and it takes over. Plant truth, kindness, and courage, and you start to bloom. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy. You don't need to silence the critic overnight. But you can challenge it, word by word. Day by day. The cost of chasing enough. Let's get brutally honest. The chase to feel good enough is exhausting. It's a treadmill that never stops, and no matter how fast you run, you never arrive. You get the job. Still not enough. You lose the weight. Still not enough. You earn the approval. Still not enough. Why? Because enough isn't a destination. It's a moving target. Every time you reach a goal, the bar shifts. And suddenly, what once felt like success now feels like the bare minimum. This constant chase has a price. You lose peace, because your mind never rests. You lose presence, because you're always focused on the next achievement. You lose joy, because every victory feels hollow, temporary, incomplete. And worst of all, you lose yourself. In trying to be enough for everyone else, you forget who you are underneath all the performance. The world tells you, be more. Do more. Prove more. But what it doesn't say is this: you're allowed to stop chasing. You're allowed to be whole and flawed at the same time. You're allowed to breathe, not because you've earned it, but because you exist. The moment you stop measuring your worth by external milestones is the moment you start living. Not from pressure, but from purpose. Not from lack, but from love. You don't need to become enough. You already are. The comparison trap. One of the greatest enemies of self-worth. Comparison. Social media has made it almost impossible not to compare your life to someone else's highlight reel. You see their vacations, relationships, achievements, bodies, and suddenly, your life feels dull, messy, and not enough. But here's what no one tells you: you're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's edited version. You're stacking your insecurities against their curated image. It's not fair. And it's not real. Comparison steals your gratitude. It poisons your progress. And it convinces you that your story is somehow inferior, when in truth, it's just different. Your journey is not supposed to look like theirs. You weren't created to be a copy. You were created to be you, with your own timing, your own pace, your own truth. Let their success inspire you, but never let it define you. Your worth was never meant to be measured in likes, followers, or other people's timelines. The inner critic and its lies. That voice inside your head? The one that whispers you're not smart enough, you're too late, you'll never make it? That's not truth. That's programming. It might sound like your voice, but it's actually an echo of things you were told, mistakes you made, pain you never healed. You've internalized the critic, and now it's taken the driver's seat in your mind. But you don't have to keep letting it steer. Every time that voice shows up, remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the one listening to them, and you have the power to challenge them. Start asking, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Would I say this to someone I love? When the answer is no, don't accept it. Rewrite it. Because self-love isn't just affirmations and bath bombs. It's learning to stand up to your own inner bully. Reclaiming your self-worth. Here's the truth: you don't find self-worth. You remember it. You were born worthy. Before the achievements. Before the failures. Before the world told you who to be. You just forgot. So how do you reclaim it? Not by becoming more, but by letting go. Let go of the need to prove. Let go of the obsession with perfection. Let go of the belief that you have to earn your place in this world. You are worthy of love, rest, and joy, now. Not when you're more successful. Not when you finally lose the weight. Not when everyone else approves. Right now. Start treating yourself like someone who matters. Speak to yourself like you would to your best friend. Show up for yourself, not just on the good days, but especially on the hard ones. That's not arrogance. That's healing. You are not alone. If any part of this message has resonated, if you've ever felt like no matter what you do, it's not enough, please know this: you're not broken. You're not alone. And you're not the only one feeling this way. So many people are silently battling this same lie. They smile in public but cry in private. They achieve so much, yet feel so little. That's why we need to talk about it. To remind each other that self-worth isn't earned, it's remembered. To remind each other that healing is possible. You don't have to carry this weight by yourself anymore. There's strength in vulnerability. There's power in community. And every step you take towards self-acceptance is a step away from shame. A final word: you are enough. Let this be the moment you stop chasing the illusion of enough and start embracing the truth of who you are. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are not what other people think of you. You are human. Imperfect. Growing. Learning. Evolving. And that is more than enough. So breathe. Let go. And come home to yourself. You don't have to hustle for your worth. You don't have to shrink to be loved. You don't have to prove anything to be valuable. The world needs the real you. Not the masked version. Not the polished version. The real, raw, honest, powerful you. If this message spoke to you, stay with us. More voices, more stories, more healing, every single week. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. And share this with someone who needs it. Together, we rise. Together, we heal.